Hi everyone, welcome to Keys to Inspire. In this new video, I'm gonna share with you my little tips and tricks about traveling and making the most of your travels when you are a musician. I happen to be traveling right now. I'm in Paris, so that's why the setup is different from usual, and I thought that would be a good opportunity to make this video. So the tip number one about traveling and continuing your musical journey. When you travel, you usually don't have your instrument, but you do have your ears, so you can listen to music. You can listen to music on your iPhone, on your phone, on the plane, on the train. This is quite obvious, but it's just like it's not being able to play and only being able to listen is a great opportunity to work on your listening skills that are very, very important as a musician. So you can either listen to music that you usually don't listen to. I usually love to download the things on Spotify so that I'm not, as usual, flooded with all the music of the world, and keeping like a couple of albums and making the most of a trip to focus on listening to one or two albums, which is usually not what we do now because we can listen to the whole music of the whole world all the time. The tip number two is to bring an instrument with you as much as you can, even if it's a very small instrument. This is something I always do. I always have like a small keyboard that is powered with my iPad. There's many products out there that are very small. If you're a guitarist, you have small guitars. If you're a bass player, there are small bass ukulele. And the good mindset is not to expect from that instrument what you have from your main instrument at home. Is really taking the opportunity of traveling to forget about the great keyboard you have at home with the great touch and the great features, and not being frustrated by the small keyboard that you can take everywhere, because sometimes being somewhere and enjoying your time there and discovering something new will bring something that you won't be able to do at your place. So bring a small instrument, even if it's a small synthesizer, because you're gonna make the kind of music you won't be making at home. So do that. Bring an instrument. Even an iPhone or an iPad or a tablet are instruments. There is GarageBand, and just forget and unplug your perfectionist side and just go with the small thing that you have. Another cool things to do before leaving for the travel is asking your community about the place you're traveling. So, for example, you live in New York and you're gonna travel to Lisbon in Portugal, and you happen to have musicians that you know, asking your Instagram community about the place that you're going to see, and asking, do you know anywhere I can jam? Do you anywhere I can listen to some good music? Do you know any good musician or nice musician in, Melbourne or Sydney? And upfront, reach out to them. And this is super, super cool, because when you're gonna land, you're gonna be able to connect within the first days. And that's really, really nice when you arrive somewhere to be able to connect directly with the music scene. Tip number four, it's looking for instruments where you are. Like I'm a keyboard player, so pianos are actually everywhere. They are in hotel lobbies, train stations. Some of them are even sometime in the street. I went once in an Airbnb, and there was this very, very small keyboard, really like couple of $100 keyboard. And the main idea here is making the most of the instrument you find. It's about suspending your judgment, forgetting about, the thing needs to be great. No, make the most with the little guitar that you find in your Airbnb or in the I don't know, in the hostel, there is an old guitar in the corner. Just pick it and try to make the most of it. And sometimes, as I said earlier, the vibe is going to be very powerful, and you might end up coming out with a great song, even on a shitty guitar. Also, instruments, you can find instruments in music store. You don't need to buy them, but I love going on music stores when I travel because I can come in and try instruments and play, because playing, if I haven't had played for a week, I really need to get my hands on some instruments. Another one, fifth tip, it's going to jams, going to concerts, even looking for street musicians playing, to be able to either play and connect. I have these amazing stories of going somewhere. I was in Budapest, for example, and I found two great street musicians playing. And I just sat down and just listened to them. And when they were having a break, I went and discussed with them, and they could point me to some good jam sessions, nice concerts, and even this can open to, you never know, some recording session, or just going to someone's place and having a jam session there. It's really like going for the music in any town or any city you're going, anywhere in the world. And jam sessions are obviously the main way to connect, because you can listen to musicians, you can connect with them, and you can play. I have a different video about how to make the most of your jam sessions. The sixth tip is to write down things, because when you are traveling, you might not be playing a lot, but your mind is going places. You start thinking about your life. Sometimes you have these very, almost enlightenment moments and aha moments, and it's nice to write things, because either lyrics, some of you do write songs, but even like if you're an instrumentalist, you can write lyrics when you are on the go. You can write ideas about scenography. You can write ideas about how to approach your next concert. You can write ideas about your long-term goal as a musician and reflect on your musical journey. And that's really, really important. Seizing the opportunity to travel for your music, to take a step back and reflect. And my seventh and last tip is, when you come back from your travel, you come back to your place, your setup, your instruments, make sure you record the first thing you play after that. That's a big rule that I have. I always record the music I will play when I haven't played for a long time. Because, I don't know, it's like a bottle of champagne. The thing that comes out musically after a hiatus of not playing is incredible. And my laptop is full of these beginning of songs that are called Return from This. I love to spend time in Morocco to surf every winter. And so there is this place called Imswan, so it's Return from Imswan. And every year the Return from Imswan is always a great beginning of a song. So make sure you do that when you come back from travel. That was it. My 7 tips for making the most of your travels. I hope you liked the content, that it's useful for you. As the summer is approaching, you are all gonna be traveling, and I hope you can make the most of these tips. If you like this content, consider subscribing, liking this video, or leaving a comment where maybe you can add and suggest another tip for traveling. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.